Hi, my name's Todd Duncan. Since 1989, I've been equipping the mortgage business and mortgage professionals nationally to be the very best they can be in growing their business by design. One of the things that I think has been most important over those years is to watch how certain loan officers who really grab hold of the idea of business efficiency have improved their results dramatically. And when you think about business efficiency, you have to think about not only the efficiency with which how you run your mortgage business each and every day, but you have to think about the processes that support the efficiency that ultimately you desire to achieve. One of the greatest revolutions that I've seen to hit this marketplace has been in the area of creating trust with borrowers. You no doubt will appreciate the fact that if you can have high trust with borrowers more quickly than your competition, you will probably have a higher conversion rate of those borrowers to applications and then obviously applications to closing. But more important than that is if you do the job the right way up front with a borrower, you're likely to be able to create a relationship where you will actually be able to be their mortgage advisor for the rest of their life. That's why I love the idea behind Certified Mortgage Coach and why I love Edge. I think Edge is probably the best product that's ever been conceptualized, designed, tested, and taken to the market in my, almost 30 years of doing mortgages and teaching people how to do mortgages well. The reason why I like Edge is because it is simple. And I find that most loan officers and, in fact, most human beings have a struggle implementing things that are not simple. And what I love about Edge is then its simplicity towards implementation. But I also love behind Edge the concept. And the concept not only creates massive value for your borrowers, but it creates incredible value for your referral partners and, in fact, added value for them through some of the features that Edge has. But when we think about somebody referring a borrower to you, the borrower has to have a really great experience. They have to be educated, they have to be made knowledgeable, they have to be felt that their needs are being heard, that their goals and dreams are being discussed, and that there is a recommended course of action for them that can be really modified in a conversation depending on how their goals or dreams or thoughts might change at any point in time. And what Edge does is through a simple click and advance process, it enables you, the loan officer, to be able to have an intelligent conversation with the borrower. That's why I'm encouraging you today, if you haven't seen Edge, to call and sign up for a free trial. If you have seen it and haven't yet acted upon it, I would encourage you to act upon it. Here's why I know this is important. Today, trust is at an all-time low in the mortgage industry, and quite honestly, it's at an all-time low in any recent time in history relative to our economy and distrust that consumers have of banks and financial institutions and people that represent those same institutions and facilities. What Edge does is it differentiates in a very fast and remarkable way to give a borrower a sense of differentiation, that you are to be trusted, that you are more knowledgeable, you sound different and more intelligent than anybody they've perhaps talked to. And even after having an Edge conversation with you and having you walk them through that process, they may very well decide to talk to another lender who isn't using Edge, and the results will be remarkable. They will be able to tell a night and day the difference between a certified mortgage coach, person who's using Edge and somebody who's not. I believe that probably the biggest efficiency for a loan officer today, aside from just general business efficiency, would be the efficiency with which he or she has a customer dialogue, a borrower dialogue. And you no doubt know that if you could take your conversion rate and simply double it, maybe it's at 15% right now and you're doing 50 or 60 loans a year. If you could take it to 30% and do 100 to 120 loans a year, what a sound investment that would make. If you can take a 25% conversion rate on, 4 borrowers talked to a day and get a loan a day, what would happen if you applied Edge and could take that to 50% and get 2 loans a day? You would double your business. And over time, I think that a mortgage professional who uses Edge and uses high trust technologies and methodologies and marries those things together clearly would be able to be at a point where 2 to 3 out of every 4 borrowers they talk to would ultimately convert into a loan application. So again, I am urging you to take advantage of this exciting offering. It is a new way of life for the loan officer who would like to create massive trust with a borrower, who would like to have the emotion of selecting rate and fee somewhat, if not entirely, removed from the conversation, and would like to enter a dialogue with the consumer with total confidence on how to walk them from point A to point Z, knowing that they're going to be thrilled with the process. Sign up for Edge. It's an investment you cannot afford not to make. Your conversion rate, if you got one more loan a month or one more loan every other month, would pay for it in a matter of months. It's a very important decision for you to make. And if you want to test drive it, test drive it. Sign up for their free trial and see how Edge works for you. Okay, I'm convinced either way that you will find Edge to be the most revolutionary product that's ever been created in this industry, and one that you can't live without. It is the difference between no trust and high trust, and I know that you want to convert as many borrowers as you can to closed loan applications that'll stay with you for life. Edge is it. Its time is now. You're the person. Sign up and go for it. Take care.